If lately you are finding yourself drowning in the noise of every second thing in perpetual crisis mode all over the world, and you're just looking for something that'll give you enough of a pause to afford you a moment of introspection amidst all of this, try this one on for size. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. Welcome back to the channel where we are trying to grow. There is a subscribe button right under this video. आज आओ let's talk about Shoojit Sircar's latest I Want to Talk, starring Abhishek Bachchan in the lead role, now in movie theaters.
When you get your life back, what will you do, Arjun?
Set in California, I Want to Talk, based on motivational speaker Arjun Sen's autobiographical book Raising a Father, follows Arjun, a high-ranking marketing executive for whom things are going just great. In the opening scene, Arjun is seen lecturing a junior about the importance of the cheese-pulling shot in pizza advertisements. He's obnoxious in his secure position at this company. Soon after, he's seen calmly playing golf in his cabin after firing a woman. So this is a man who doesn't care for the larger impact of his work or his life. He knows that marketing is bullshit while he's a marketing ad man himself. What he doesn't know is that he's built a facade around him, in front of him, until the day life presents him with a cancer diagnosis and doctors tell him he has 100 days to live. Shoojit Sircar has a knack for figuring out how humans really react when someone they love is in pain is well known. In October, Piku, he had characters battling with this very specific kind of turmoil at hospitals. The last 30 minutes of Sardar Udham portrayed survivors' guilt cinematically in ways few other films have done recently. With I Want to Talk, Shoojit is once again trying to better understand the emotional burden of having a physical ailment. Surprisingly, this exploration relies too heavy on inconsistent voiceover narration. Now, this is a tool that the book perhaps uses. I haven't read it, so I don't know. But Arjun himself talking directly to the audience holds him back from becoming a whole real person. He remains a character, an other, a narrator. Him telling his stories as you also see it on your screen, it doesn't serve much as a window into his psyche. Instead, it adds unnecessary weight to a story that anyway promises to be heavy. At one point, he starts a conversation with God. And in the second half, the voiceover narrator even changes, with his daughter finishing the rest of the story for reasons. The journey is already very personal, right? The portrait of a man breaking apart and putting himself back together over and over again as he keeps getting sicker is intimate enough without the audience hearing that Arjun's surgeon studied medicine in Russia and moved to the United States 25 years ago. Post his cancer diagnosis, as Arjun drives away, a song starts playing, Zindagi Aasan Nahi, Rakh Zara Tu Hausla. The film gives in to underlining quite a bit. Amid these broad strokes, though, Abhishek Bachchan delivers a subtle and nuanced performance. Arjun is relatable. He's ruthless in his professional pursuits, yet he's completely at sea in his personal life, like so many of us stuck in capitalist systems. From the indifferent surgeon to his young daughter, Arjun's interactions change around each person using a kind of physical acting that's bereft of all vanity. You feel his swollen body's discomfort with every step he takes after each surgery. When recovering, he mumbles and grumbles like a man tempted by the allure of taking his frustrations out on whoever is in front of him, but stopping himself consistently, cognizant that the only thing keeping his life from deteriorating even further is his own control over his own temperament. Abhishek Bachchan is really very good. Oh, and how wonderful it is to see Johnny Lever show up in a rare dramatic role. He's still the comic relief, but he also gets to deliver the most poignant line of the dialogue, in my opinion. You die or you don't die. Could have died means nothing. While the story is anchored by Abhishek Bachchan, you're made to believe that his character Arjun's motivations lie in trying to become a better father to his only child, Rhea, as he struggles to live. Which is where one misses the Juhi Chaturvedi touch. Moments crafted to really give you a point of view of the daughter are tragically few. A young Rhea is played by Pearly Day and Ahilya Bamru is the teenage version. Bamru decides not to opt for a noticeable American accent in her portrayal, which may have been fine as a standalone acting choice, but considering how very American young Rhea sounded, this choice doesn't quite land. An able performance nonetheless.
What is my favorite restaurant?
Our pizza place.
You don't know me. Does it hurt?
थोड़ा सा.
There are different types of isolation in this film. When you choose to be by yourself, the joy of playing golf or being single by choice, versus when you don't have an option but to deal with things solo, like your body persevering through an illness. How you change as a person once you're forced to look inward in the silence of a hospital room, when the only other option, the only other alternative is dying. It makes sense that this film is set in the United States, a country so obsessed with individualism, people hardly know anything about anyone anymore. So Shoojit and writer Ritesh Shah invite viewers to slow down and reflect. They introduce moments of stillness. Arjun and Rhea are sitting by a serene lake. Arjun is lying on the floor after he's already had a fall off camera, to allow both the character and the audience to breathe and realize that extraordinary things often occur in the most ordinary settings. One doesn't need to always be chasing a high. A heart attack doesn't need to happen specifically after a traumatic incident. It can occur simply in a parking lot. Life is mostly substance over spectacle. Despite its lovely, slow and indulgent pace, I Want to Talk is also in a weird rush to get things going occasionally, not allowing one to begin caring about anyone in the story except Arjun. A nurse who becomes a friend, a landlord who becomes a driver, a friend who becomes a call to action, and a brother who shows up for a scene, they all remain footnotes. But what does stay with you is not half bad, so no complaints here. Despite the whole cancer and illnesses, this film might even work as a pick-me-up for some. A reminder to reboot as many times as you need to get where you want to go. For Arjun, it is the prospect of dancing at his daughter's wedding. For me, it could just be getting this channel to 150,000. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I Want to Talk is 150,000, okay? Subscribe. Right? इस वीडियो के नीचे बटन है बहुत बड़ा. My name is Sucharita. Thank you for stopping by.